Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm back with another episode of If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. This is episode 18.5, Atrocious Answers. I'm kind of curious on what the questions are. And of course, the video is by Bruva Alphabusa. Here we go.
Father, why are you doing this?
I must do it for mankind.
Do you not realize the ruin this could cause?
Yes, but I shall endure.
Your people will not. This planet will not.
Risks are inherent to any situation. As master of mankind, I must make my own decisions on the matter.
Even when the stakes are the annihilation of your home and everyone on it?
It must be done.
Oh, come on, you lot. These are just some harmless questions.
You have no say in this, Custodian.
Oh,
you have
damn.
not looked into the repugnant abyss within which we are about to descend.
Calm down, horn tits.
Did sort through the letters together, and I've already done this once before.
Father must be correct in your lack of emotions. These questions are giving me the urge to turn every last Imperial in the galaxy into mindless chaos pawns. That way, the galaxy's general intelligence quotient would skyrocket.
Oh, they're not that bad. You're just overreacting.
Oh, like you and your Tau girlfriend.
Mate, I swear to fucking that was not canon. I am going to kick the living shit out of your red vein fucking dick.
Calm down, children. It is neither your time nor place to be livid.
Well, if you are absolutely, completely, utterly, perfectly, entirely,
Tau girlfriend.
horrifically,
On
kill
the
your
next episode,
planetically
Maury.
certain, let us begin.
Yes, let me just bounce up and down to get the papers. Alright, first question.
Wait. I need something first, just in case. That is better. Little Centaur Bear will be my life buoy in the sea of hate and disgust.
Oh,
First question from someone called Oh, great savior of mankind, I encroach on thy busy mind with a question of utmost importance to my mind. Didst thou, in all thy wiseness and foresight, not foresee the great heresy by the arch-traitor he whose name I won't speak? Oh, how the fuck did he know that? I eagerly await thy reply, but I must go now, lest the overseer punish me for not sorting through the cactuses in the Lord Governor's garden.
Governor's garden.
Farm. Time. Fucking...
Is he a time-traveling scribe or just dyslexic?
That is beside the point. Answer the question. This is amongst the few good ones.
Since I am constantly several void whales ahead of anyone else, I am certain I did. But as I have said before, my memory is as fractured as the self-esteem of an overweight Eldar. But I think my expansive knowledge of all that is still out there, somewhere.
Lord Emperor! Why can't you hear me? You must kill the town before it's too late! They will destroy us all! Send the Ultramarines to save us! They are our only hope! Throne Emperor!
Oh boy, and there's Zinch.
Anyway, next question.
O great Emperor of mankind, I have thought long and hard about the question I would ask of you. About what a tiny, short-lived, insignificant speck like myself would ask of you, the pinnacle of man. Our most wise, benevolent, and self-sacrificing Emperor. Truly you are the most compassionate, empathetic being to have ever existed. You have seen us grow, guided us in our darkest hour, helpless as horrors beyond all decency and sense have plagued us. Surely you have seen the these and watched as we gleefully continue to fling ourselves into abandon. Of our own will, with no care to harm we cause. Surely it must break your heart. O great man Emperor, witness to our greatest of glories and deepest shames, I have thought long and hard over what I would dare ask thee. Why do you still love us? Why do you still even care? Respectfully, your humble servant.
My ass must taste of ground beef and rainbows if it is that delicious, because I would not be surprised if it does.
He does have a very good point. Why do you care?
Because I see immense potential in mankind.
I cannot even comprehend
He
that.
wouldn't turn
honestly.
his back on him.
Maybe it's because I've been in the war for a better part of 10,000 years, but I just see a squabbling herd of animals.
I want you to imagine this.
Hello there, what is going on?
Imagine thousands upon thousands of angelic beings reminiscent of me in my prime.
Oh.
All united in a peaceful galaxy, in an interstellar imperium where all individuals have attained their own objective perfection.
Oh.
Without war nor political turbulence, they all lay naked upon a beautiful beach planet, reveling in the ecstasies of human life, and really fucking good hair.
Ah.
That is what I want for mankind. To turn us all into an entire species of divine masterminds with giant gold-coated abs, just like me.
Can't take it! Ah!
Just like me.
Sorry, I'll take my leave.
Yeah, get out of here.
Well, that all sounds like extremely wishful thinking.
No, the potential exists. I made you prime marks, remember?
Yes, but we were a very special case, were we not?
Of course you are special, my little Magni Magic, but that does not mean you are anything more than part of a failed batch.
What?
Next question, please.
This one's from Matthew.
Burn.
The true man emperor of mankind. Why is everything in the Imperium painted gold?
Because gold is given to those
Why
in
not?
first place. Every lesser color is relegated to contestants who cannot keep up because of how much Xenocock they suck. Mankind rules.
Another one related to the gold.
Whoop, whoop.
From Cain the Governator. Dear Emperor, I am fascinated by the amounts of gold you seem to have in your possession, and I would like to inquire about where did you find so much? You see, I am ruling over a world, and I am considering about making investments gold plating all of my PDF armors to make them more impressive when they perform their crowd control duty against a disgusting populace. Because what fun is there in being wealthy and powerful if you don't use these assets to show off how much better and superior you are than the masses of uncultured plebeians? I'm sure you can relate to such empowering sensation. I don't know how he would laugh when he's written it down. Maybe he'd go.
Later, I want you to
Red
send an
demonic
explicit
laugh.
order to the Department of Money Tauntrum to replace this scrote snake's every order with rusted copper and glitter glue. Next.
This one is from CZP Rothon. My Emperor, have you ever considered how much of a dick you were towards Magnus pre and during the Horus Heresy? After Ullanor and then Horus and Ikea? And even after that? I mean, have you ever tried to get some help with how to treat your children? Is it enough that they had to grow up without you?
You were owed this one, did you not?
As a matter of fact, I did not. This person just seems
Bullshit.
very logical.
Pretty sure
Bullshit.
you did.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you totally did.
No.
Yes.
Answer it, damn you!
I did all I could to prevent you from killing each other out of spite. What great father would not?
Good parents do not have children killing each other out of spite.
It was mostly because the planets you were raised upon were so gormlessly different that you had been force-fed radically disparate ideals since your birth.
So you're blaming our dead adoptive parents now?
Mostly the spectral shit stains that put you up for adoption to begin with.
Well, you could still have spent more quality time with us.
Shut up, I am answering questions here.
From an English bee. O mighty Emperor, I have a query which has deeply troubled me in my creed. Is your glorious self a bloody necrophiliac, what with all unhealthy amounts of skulls and all?
It is to show that even in its barest form, humanity is beautiful. Have you seen how majestically my cranium curves between my parietals? It is amazing and something that binds us all together.
My glorious Emperor, does your penis still function? Would you bang a towel if so?
By the sounds of things, they'd be too scared to even let me go near them with my enormous fiery great sword. Next.
So Emperor, you ever skip on leg day?
Fuck you.
Well, Emperor, why doesn't she love me back?
If said individual does not respond to your advances, then stop wasting your precious life blood on her, Sonny. Take it from someone who probably ravaged her great grandmother. She is not worth your time.
Here is a question.
Just move on.
called,
Next.
Carl the Deranged.
Oh goodness no.
Dear Golden Shitfaggot, it's me, your previous chef. Are you in pain? I fucking hope so, you cunt. Mostly I said this to give the one who opens it the Nurgle's rot I packed into it with. Don't collect another priest, you piece of
Green
decomposing
cloud is
garbage.
coming in.
You are atrocious at sorting these.
Isn't this the most deadly disease in the galaxy?
Just refrain from breathing through your nose and you should be fine.
This still smells better than the spaghetti he cooked for me.
From Joe Argento. O glorious Emperor of mankind, out of all the Chaos Gods and other douchebag deities that threaten the Imperium, which one pisses you off the most?
That is like asking what kind of brain cancer I prefer. I am too busy frothing and screaming to be able to answer.
This question is apparently from a piece of your
Would have been
soul,
interesting
then.
to see which
Oh,
one he
glorious
loathed the
vessel of our
most.
splendid soul, have you yet asked about what happened to the armory you wore during our duel with fucking Horus?
Thank you, glorious Space Emperor. Your question is grand, just like you. And I do actually remember. For when we were lying around dying after the duel, we lied there, and listed off a couple hundred things those present needed to do if we were to die. Amongst those, I told them to pulverize our armor, and incorporate the fragments into Cruxtermine Nabatus badges.
Why, though? That sounds like an incredibly
so is that what
nonsensical
happened to
thing
his
do
armor?
when you're in need of urgent medical attention.
It was honestly a heat of the moment thing. Like, do you know when you are feeling extremely erogenous in bed, and you smack whoever is with you across the face just to see if it feels good?
You need to cease and desist right now.
Next questions! This one is from Eliphas the
So is that what really happened to his armor?
Hey, Corpse Emperor. Fuck you.
Waffles.
Next.
This one is honestly kind of worrying. I am writing this letter from my hiding place under AgriWorld's designation Delta 894571, Calixus Sector near Hazaroth Abyss. I have sealed my chambers to buy more time. I sent my ship away with as many refugees as possible and stayed on this doomed world. Emperor, I must warn thee of the greatest threat within this sector, the Tyrant Star. Its origins are unknown, though my sources indicate it may be older than the universe itself. It manifests as a black star, often possessing system's own natural star, and shines pale, baleful light. It brings mutation, madness, and untold horrors with it. That star now shines upon this world. I sealed this letter into a plasteel box. Within there will be all the files I could gather before I had to hide. I pray it is not yet too late. The Clock of Harlocks, one I bought from one of his deserted mansions. One that never once has worked. No matter what I did, now counts time to midnight. Oiled with the blood of his kin. My hyper-realistic Kirby plushie cried 666 liters of blood for 13.72 seconds.
A
As I lay
Furby,
down my life and
really?
soul to save it
Furby?
from others, I pray for all souls in this world and one beyond. May they find shelter, the protection of your light. The scratching of the walls have stopped. They come.
That sounds awful. How is anyone going to get 8M if the sun is black? Do you know anything
So is
about
that
this
like a
atrocity?
real story?
Alien?
I have heard of it. It appears out of nowhere and hovers above planets, bringing anarchy and mutation in its wake. A prophetic manuscript called the Hereticus Tenebrae mentions that it is the harbinger of an encroaching darkness.
I am naturally not all too into the subject at hand, but this totally sounds like that hopeless vertebrate Malal.
Bilal does not even exist.
I know. Maybe that black sun is actually a reality people out of his prison of non-existence.
He did exist for a while.
Do you think he could break free and cause havoc?
Hell no. He is an absolute pushover. He probably wrote that prophecy manuscript himself
Kind of a shame
to
they
make
lost
it
the rights
seem
to him,
like he is
but-
an actual threat.
It is what it is.
I will be the greatest Chaos God ever. I'll fuck them all up. Just you wait. I will become relevant again.
Bilal, just stop.
You just can't keep doing this to yourself.
Stop telling me. I will become Kevin. I will.
Come, I'll make you some hot chocolate.
I'd like that.
There, Bilal.
I'd like that.
There.
Poor Malal.
This one appears to be made
Give me that. This one's from some feral world named Dorvuzak.
I guess there's still remnants of
Dorvuzak.
Malal still around.
Oh, mighty Emperor, savior
Dread
of
axe and
all
stuff like that.
mankind. Please, do answer me this simple question. What is exactly a
I think
fucking
even part of
mad
Ogre
Imagine a
Kingdoms.
tech priest, but
Gorgers,
completely
I think,
mechanical, and
kind of followed
absolutely
him or something like
mind-fuckingly
that, I thought I
dedicated to
read.
destroying all human life in the entirety of the galaxy, never ceasing to pursue even the slightest trace of human life, until it gets gunned down by a volkite weapon, or run over by a massive rolling pin. I would continue to explain more, but the war against the sentient machines lasted for such a short period of time, that it is not as important as everyone seems to think.
Mr. Imp, do Indian people still exist? What about Arabs?
For fuck's sake, why does everyone forget about Dolarn? They've done some good
Oh, yeah.
shit, and then their model line gets discontinued because nobody wanted to buy anything that didn't look like Starship Troopers, or the offspring of Apis drinking survivalist and a speech-impaired boxer.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Fourth degree interdimensional warfare.
Next.
From Yellow Snowman, May I lick one's holy toes.
Immediate restraining order. Next.
Have you ever
Immediate restraining
communicated
order.
with the Tyranid hive mind? If so, what's it like?
It is like talking to a herd of hungry sheep. It is unfulfilling and makes you look like an idiot. Next.
Dear fast food franchise.
Oh no.
I hope this
Oh,
letter
no.
reaches you. The burger I ordered got cold after I got home. Replace it for me.
Centurion!
Yea. Pure love.
Pure
Nevertheless,
love.
I am happy you two idiots do not work for an actual post office.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's
Pretty bad at it.
continue. Why does everyone hate Eldar so much?
Maybe if they were not so far up their own asses their lower intestines resembled life-size plastic casts, I would not want to spank the living shit out of their pointed ass cheeks. That and a couple other reasons which are beside the point.
And then she says, "Oh, I'm not going to tell you how to prevent this impending doom which threatens us both." Tell me about it.
From Gilgamesh Aurora. Oh my fabulous Emperor! I found the heresy. Where do I put it?
Shove it in your face and choke on it. Next.
Here's one from an Inquisitor.
Uh-oh.
Do you have it out for Caiaphas Cain, or is he just unlucky and/or a source for entertainment for the Chaos Gods?
He is one I have actually perceived visions of during my hours of silence. Caiaphas Cain was one of a select few individuals in the Imperium, whom I felt had enough common sense to survive whatever the
So who
Chaos
was
Gods
he?
threw at him. This is more than I can say for most people who served me. Also, check his data slate the next time you see him. To his rate, but 3 as a crowd. Ha ha.
An arbitrator, Judge Modestus. He says, Dear Emperor, what are we going to do with all the Adeptus Sororitas laying around? Now that you've directly reformed the ecclesiarchy into a non-religious sect, doesn't that mean the Sororitas will no longer have any power from their now heretical faith? They're about as effective as power-armored nuns without worshipping you as a god. I bring this up because I don't have enough Arbites to keep them out of the local taverns, bars, and pubs. We will be out of alcohol.
That is an
once
interesting
this spread,
question.
And the combined weight of sisters abandoning the shrines to drown their sorrows will collapse the hives on several planets.
They need to calm the tits down. If my wish was for anyone to not continue fighting against chaos contrivances and the like, my fragments would probably not have given them the strength to do so. Order the sorry to send whoever else to get back out there and fight in my name. Tell them that if they do, I will send out special edition Emperor's Sunside vacation pin-ups for their enjoyment. If their faith in humanity is so lacking that they leave me out of its category, let them be enlightened by what perfect fucking pecs humanity and humanity alone can grace the galaxy with.
Our next message is from
It was a pretty interesting question, though.
the Millennium.
Oh, that guy.
Who?
Hey Emps, I've been out here leading the Alpha Crusade for a while, and a guy from the Flesh Terrors keeps saying that he hopes some guy called Sanguinio will help us. From what he described, and from what I've read, the Sanguinio sounds like your son Sanguinius. Just wondering, is it really him after all those years?
I was there when my son died. I saw his body, felt no life from his flesh. Whatever fucking horse had done to him, he could not be brought back. Sniff. If the Sanguiner
Sniff.
is really even a fragment of the only one of
his
my
favorite
children
son.
that laid his life down for me, hopefully he knows that Daddy misses him very much. Sniff, sniff. Sob.
Sniff, sniff, sob.
Yay.
Well,
Ye-
Father, did you get what you wanted out of this?
Yes, this put me
poor
more into
Sanguinius.
balance, and the time I surfed a space Hulk in the warp and smashed it right into one of Singe's crystal garden planets.
You did what?
And what do you want me to do with the rest of the letters, my lord?
Keep them around. The last thing I want is more questions to be turned into some little kid space marine costume when some random adept is sent to manage the pile.
That's how it is, isn't it? Always having other people do the dirty work for you. I mean, it's not like
Duh.
a fucking move or anything, Magnus. Oh, wait!
You need to shut your face, Richard Lyon-Dick.
Why do you tell me to shut up all the
You
time?
keep complaining despite you having a
'Cause you're
fucking
annoying.
mane of a great beast.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
I'm going to bed.
Rabble, 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 rabble. Okay, so there we go. Atrocious answers. Wasn't disappointed. They were pretty bad. But so were the questions. So yeah, there we go. Episode 18.5, Atrocious Answers. That was pretty cool. I like, all these little goofy questions and stuff like that. Question about Sanguinius, Malal. I'll be canon again one day. Although I think his presence still lives on. I think there's like a Space Marine chapter. I think still out there. I think it's like black and white or something like that. Like half black, half white, or shoulder pads are like black, leg is white, this one's white, that one's black, type of thing, I think. I remember the Dread Axe was like his weapon, which I used to take all the time, anytime I took a Demon Prince, because, no invulnerable saves, so monstrous creature, no regular save, Dread Axe, no invulnerable save. Straight damage. And I thought I read somewhere that something from the Ogre Kingdoms, I thought followed him. Like if it was like the Gorgers, might have been like the Gorgers, or not the Yetis. Yeah, it might have been the Gorgers if I remember correctly. I don't know. I thought I read something about that. So I don't even know if any of this stuff is still even around anymore. I don't even know if the Dread Axe is still a thing. That Space Marine chapter, I wonder, just out of curiosity. But then, didn't they change it from Malal to Malice or something like that? Yeah, let's see. Trivia. Malal is a renegade chaos god who turned against the other chaos gods and is dedicated to their destruction. His followers sometimes call upon the Doom Ones, seek out and destroy the followers of other chaos gods whenever they may be found. Malal is known as the hierarchy of terror and anarchy. Sounds pretty badass. Also known as the renegade god, the lost god, the rejected god. His sacred number is 11, and his sacred colors are black and white. Let's see. He hates all other 4 chaos gods and often acts against them, even more than he acts against humanity and other species. Malal was a being that was originally created for the Warhammer Fantasy comic book series that featured a Malal champion named Caleb Dark, of which a miniature and rules were later made. He was most famous for his particular Dread Axe. Okay, so Caleb Dark, that was his weapon, which was still floating around. Due to a problem with copyright, Malal was largely excised from canon and removed. And then there is Malice. Malice is a renegade chaos god, and the hierarchy of anarchy and terror who appeared in the early editions of the fictional universes Warhammer Fantasy and 40k under the name Malal. Also known as the outcast god, the lost god, renegade god, Malice is the embodied of chaos, indiscriminate, and anarchy tendency towards destruction, even of itself and its own agents. Which, did sound pretty badass. Traitor Legion, Sons of Malice. Unknown. Allegiance, Chaos, Malice. Colors, black and white, quartered with silver trim. Pretty cool. I think there was even rumors of what his demons and stuff were gonna look like, which actually sounded pretty cool. Retcon as Malice. I thought there was more. Real world origins. The concept of the Chaos God Malal was created by comic writers John Wagner and Alan Grant, along with Malal's champion Caleb Dark, for the Warhammer Fantasy world in the Citadel Miniatures Compendium and Journals. In the comic strip adventure, Caleb Dark's mission allied him temporarily with the forces of Law. He fights at the Siege of Prague and confronts the followers of the Chaos God Khorne and finds himself at odds with the Skaven. Less mutated than other followers of Chaos, he is equipped with his soul-drinking demon axe, Dread Axe, with a pterodactyl-like head on a shaft of bone. His shield was shaped in the form of Malal's skull symbol. His armor was all black with white details, and his steed was a black mutant horse. Damn, that sounded pretty cool. I think there's even like a picture somewhere of like Caleb Dark. Yeah, there's some pretty badass like artwork of what he could have looked like. So what demon models would look good for a Malal army? Yeah, there's all sorts of like pictures and stuff like that, and you know, fun little what could have been, if you will. Let's see. Here we go. Like what could have been, you know, like here's some concept art of, you know, what Malal's demons, that would look pretty damn cool. This looks pretty cool. Just imagine like those giant flailing scythe arms and stuff. Just that would have been cool. I think this was like rumored to be like his greater demon or something like that, which would have looked pretty cool as well. So many kind of looks like a Zergling. Ugh, that'd be pretty terrifying. Yeah, I guess these were all like some concept art of what Malal would have looked like. That doesn't look bad. This one, he looks really badass. And he doesn't look like, you know, looks just like a werewolf with horns. You know, he didn't look any really mutated like all the other Chaos Gods, which is pretty interesting. Malal Demon Princess. That would have been pretty damn cool. YouTube, should Malal return to Warhammer 40k? The Renegade God returns. Well, he can't, because copyright. I don't even know how that actually work either. How would you bring in like a fifth Chaos God just to go against the other Chaos Gods? I don't know how they get that to work, but I don't know. Could be kind of interesting. This is one hell of a Chaos God. That would have been cool. Yeah, these look so badass. What was his Demon Prince? Oh wow, someone actually made like a concept model. That's pretty cool. Slaves to Darkness. That's pretty cool. Let's see, what was his name? Caleb Dark. Yeah, I think that was a model. Is this it? No, this one, right? Or do they have a couple of models? I don't know, I can't remember which one's the real one and which one's the, I think that was the real model. Yeah, pterodactyl skull on a handle of bone. I mean, that doesn't look too bad either, but still. I don't know. Pretty cool. And then, of course, you know, there's what? Malice and stuff like that, so... It is what it is. Still pretty cool, though. I don't know, just the idea, the concept, all seem pretty cool. You know, I kind of like playing, like, not like, I don't know, like the lesser, not like the lesser, like, characters or something like that. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to, like, word it. You know, like, I like playing, like, I don't want to say, like, dying races, but, like, you know, like elite classes and stuff like that, where it's like, you know, hey, there's not that many of, like, said chapter, like Space Marine chapter X, Y, and Z, you know, and there's a pretty cool story about them, but there's not that many left of them. That's what I like to play, because it's, like, rare, and, you know, there's not that many of them left, and that kind of makes them a little bit more special. So something, you know, like this would be, you know, kind of cool, but that is what it is. All right, so anyways, there we go. There is Text-to-Speech, episode 18.5. Some pretty damn good answers there. Yeah, just another great episode. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And, of course, other than that, just stick around. I got plenty more episodes to do, as well as more of those Bouldermorns guys to Warhammer and stuff like that. Those videos are awesome. You know, I just recently did one about interrogator chaplains, which was really cool to learn about those guys. And I had no idea they were that terrifying, that Space Marines feared them. Even Chaos apparently even fears them more than their own Chaos God, which is like Chaos God, interrogator chaplain. You'd kind of figure you'd be more terrified of a Chaos God than interrogator chaplain. But no, apparently some Space Marines are more scared of interrogator chaplains. So that was really cool to learn all about that. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to you know, checking out more of those videos as well, because those have been really good. So yeah, definitely just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I will see you guys next time.